Hey, good morning, everybody. It is, let's turn on a little light. That's too much light. Well, that's fine. Whew. It's Monday. I got a cold. It's going into my lungs. Stayed home from work today, getting stuff done at home. And we are on to notes 7. We're actually, no, we're on the workbook. So I'm just going to go over a few things in the workbook and then post a quiz for you. So here we go. Little review. From lesson 6. That is a channel protein that lets sodium ions or chlorine ions through. If you don't have it, you get CFTR. Okay, that is an enzyme in the brain. It has a little pocket in the center where this fat comes in and gets chopped up. If you don't have it, you get hexa. You get, gosh, I'm having a Monday. The protein is called CFTR. If you don't have it, you get cystic fibrosis. This protein is called hexa. And if you don't have it functioning properly, you get Tay-Sachs, okay? This, I don't know what I was thinking here. I should probably have written the word fat, but yeah, this is just wrong. So just cross both these off and write the word fat, Johnny. Johnny, go home, Johnny. You're sick, okay? Let's see, any other mistakes I made? No, it looks pretty good. Okay, so now looking back at notes number 7, they were all about insulin, the insulin receptor, and diabetes. So insulin is an example of a hormone. A hormone is a protein, or not necessarily a protein, any kind of molecule secreted by one part of the body that affects another part of the body. That's a hormone. Okay, let's go down. Autoimmune. Autoimmune diseases are diseases where your body fights itself. A disease where the immune system mistakenly attacks the body. That's an autoimmune disease, E. Okay. And a big goal of the lesson was for you to realize that when proteins interact with other molecules, it changes the protein's shape. Sort of like a handshake, you know? In a handshake, when the other hand comes in, they both change shape to accompany. And so think of that as how proteins interact with other molecules. When they touch a molecule, they begin to change shape based on that. And it can have effects like on this molecule, the insulin receptor, or the insulin molecule comes and binds right here, and it changes the way the feet are. And so shape change is part of the world of molecular biology. So 7, this is what happens to a protein when something binds to it. Its shape changes, G. All right, moving on. Got some pretty easy ones here. That's a happy pancreas and a grumpy pancreas. Okay, happy pancreas. This pancreas has type 1 diabetes or type 2 diabetes. I put this as type 1 diabetes. I'm not sure yeah, that's fair. Although your pancreas might get upset with type 2 diabetes as he has to continue putting out more and more insulin. Okay, insulin insensitivity, when you don't sense there's insulin, that's when you have type 2 diabetes. Okay, I'd like to tell you all these things, but you can handle those. Keep going. 7.3. What is that hormone that comes out of the pancreas? It's insulin. Okay. The cells in the pancreas that get killed, those are beta cells. This is all in your notes. And there's some things that can reverse type 2 diabetes. You know what? I'm going to go do this one. Diabetes is all about blood sugar, right? Blood sugar. Okay. Now, I wrote some more about both of these in a paragraph, and you have to fill in the blanks. So, I made a joke, guys. This is funny. In ancient times, doctors discovered that patients with diabetes, and for you, there's only 5 options. So sometimes you read, the way you're supposed to do these is just see how does it flow. In ancient times, doctors discovered that patients with pancreas, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, so it would have to be pancreases or something. Okay, so it has to be a plural. So patients with experiments had urine that tasted sweet. That doesn't make any sense. Patients with sugar had urine that doesn't really make sense. Patients with insulin, everyone has insulin. So the goal here is just to kind of understand, comprehend the meaning, right? And so in ancient times, doctors discovered patients with diabetes had urine that tasted sweet. Not sure how they figured that out. And it was actually, they actually tasted it. I was reading on ChatGPT, and that they would actually taste the patient's urine. Disgusting. Okay. All right. So then you can cross off that, and now it's getting easier to fill in the blanks. Read these paragraphs for me. Actually like read and try to find interesting things to put in here. Okay. All right. And then the second one, type 2 diabetes. Unlike type 1 diabetes, well, let's go down further. Okay. In order to see, well, yeah, let's go. Unlike type 1 diabetes, blank is a very modern disease because until recent history, humans have not lived a sedentary lifestyle with easy access to an abundance of high-calorie food. Type 2. So unlike type 1, type 2, went to lowercase there for a second. I was looking up above. Type 2 is very modern. It's only recent human history where people have had the pleasure of developing type 2 diabetes. And so most of human history, people died of other much worse things. Now we die of being fat. That's a good thing to die from. Not really, but you get the point. You've had a good life if you die from being fat. All right. I'm going to post a quiz. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.